I like that. That's good. How are you? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, boys and girls, everybody at home. Welcome once again to 3, 2, 1. Now, come on, you all know how to do this. Do it. Go on. 3, 2, 1. Go on, do it. Because they're all doing this, you know. Yeah, that's it. You did pretty well. Even though it was behind my head, I could still see it. But everyone's doing this. You know, I was watching Matthew Corbett on children's television. He did that and nearly ruptured Sooty. But as usual, we got a delightful display for you of games and guests, rhymes and reasons, partners and prizes, gags and girls, and here they are.
I'm Alison. I'm Fiona.
And I'm Libby.
Oh, she got it right.
And, of course, we mustn't forget the custodian of that cunning canister. That's Karen Palmer with Dusty Bin. Yeah. Right. As usual, ladies and gentlemen, Dusty, of course, is dressed up in the theme of our programme. Now, this week, the theme of the show just happens to be...
Top of the Guinness to you, sir.
Excuse me, but what are you doing here with the ladder? Where are you going?
You'll have to ask him that, sir.
Oh, excuse me, where are you going with the ladder?
I'm following him.
Oh. Well, of course, Chris, Emmett, Mike Newman, naturally we'll be meeting them a bit later on in the show, of course. Well, as I said, Dusty's dressed up in the theme of our programme, which this week is music hall. Music hall. There's no business like show business, although show business and half changed. I mean, I can remember a time when the theatre was the home of the Whitehall Farce. Now it's 10 Downing Street. Too good, but true. I can remember a marvellous time when cinemas used to put a sign outside saying, showing all next week. Now they put a sign up, showing all next week. You've been as well. Now, listen, have you been to see this new film called Caligula? I saw it. It's all about Roman orgies between 39 AD and 41 BJC. That's before Joan Collins. You'll get away with it. But when, of course, you spring into the television area, you know, I don't think TV is like real life when you think about it. I mean, when they play the national anthem, do you think the Queen turns to Prince Philip and says, I'll name that tune in one? She doesn't. But we've got with us Dusty and the girls, who, as usual, are going to introduce the most important people on our programme. Ladies and gentlemen, our contestants.
From Bristol, Paul and Heather Glanville. From Pocklington, here are John and Paula Baker.
From Manchester, we have Peter and Christine Hallis.
Well, as always, ladies and gentlemen, we do start on 3, 2, 1 with the quiz. Remember, we have 2 rounds of questioning, and our couples play for £10 each correct answer. First round, whatever they win at the end of the first round, here's what they play for each correct answer in the second. And at the end of the quiz, the couple with the least amount of money leaves us at that point. The remaining 2 couples play our video game to see who goes through to part 3 with a chance to take home a terrific prize tonight. Let's first of all meet our first couple. And we've got Peter and Christine. And you're from Manchester, yes?
Correct.
I see. Now, Peter, what sort of work do you do? What are you up to?
Sales rep for a firm I can't mention.
Oh, really? How old are they?
Oh, about 57.
Oh, I see. Beautifully fed that, Peter. Now, what intrigues me about you and Christine is the place you met Christine. Where was that?
We met in the mortuary in Manchester.
I know you're a policewoman, but when you met, Peter was an ambulance man, is that right?
That's right, and I went to a road traffic accident where a gentleman had unfortunately died.
Oh.
And I didn't meet him at the time, but we had to go to the post-mortem, and he was there. When I got there, he opened the door and let me into the mortuary.
Oh. And you tripped up as well, didn't you? Or something?
That's right. As he opened the door, there's a sill, and I tripped over it and fell straight at him. And he was the best-looking thing in there anyway, so...
Let's get on and have your questions. We've got Libby Roberts with your questions. Now, Libby, at long last, you managed to get your introduction right. You remembered it, huh?
Oh, yes. You see, I've been going to evening classes for memory training.
Oh, where?
Oh, I can't remember.
That's how well she's doing. Would you like to choose one of those envelopes, please, for your first round questions? Lovely, thanks, Libby. OK, don't forget, we do like our couples to answer alternately. Of course, that's ladies first, Christine, OK? 2 ways, of course, you can be stopped. If you make a mistake or if you run out of time, and we do, as I say, if you do not know an answer, please say don't know, and we'll go on to your partner with the next question. Now then, for £10 each correct answer, and we do give you one to start with, this question is about Cockney rhyming slang. We will give you the rhyming slang, and we want you to give us its meaning. Now, the one we'll let you have to start with is tit for tat, which is hat in Cockney, OK? So we'll start you with tit for tat.
Hat.
Like Rosie Lee.
Tea.
Barnet Fair.
Hair.
Loaf.
Don't know.
Apples and pears.
Stairs.
Frog and toad.
Don't know.
Cain and Abel.
Table.
Trouble and strife.
Wife.
Kate and Sydney.
Don't know.
Joanna.
Don't know.
Ah, well, there was just a couple you didn't know there. Joanna, in fact, is piano. That's what they thought like down my part of the world. Joanna, piano. Kate and Sydney is steak and kidney, would you believe? And we have frog and toad is down the road, and loaf of bread, head. But you've not done badly there. You have 2, 4, 6, I think. Yes, you've got £60. Very good.
Thank you.
Classic. That means £60 each correct answer next time. Here we have Heather, and we got Paul. You're from Bristol, yes?
Yes.
I see. And what do you do then, Paul? What's your job?
I'm an electrical installation inspector for the local electricity board.
Really? It's a lovely Bristol accent, that, isn't it? Like Eddie Shoestring in a good suit. Now, Heather, you're a housewife and a mother, but you work part-time at the Hotel Large Bristol. Sorry, a Large Bristol Hotel, I beg your pardon. And what do you do there?
I do banqueting, waitressing.
I see, but it's not just wait, it's the real top stuff, isn't it?
Yes, all top hat and tails and goodness knows what. We do celebrities.
Oh, really?
Yes, we did Magnus Pike, but nobody wanted to serve him, you know, because he'd throw all the dishes out.
You put down a kipper for him and he'd sling it away. I can understand exactly how you mean. Lovely. Good, well, let's get your questions. And we have Alison Temple-Savage with all questions. Thank you. Now, Alison, what sort of week have you had, Alison?
Actually, Edward, I'm a bit choked.
A bit choked?
Well, you see, last week I tore my best evening dress and I took it to the invisible menders. Now I can't find the place.
Oh. Well, that's fair enough. Would you like to choose your questions, please? Thank you. Thanks, Alison. OK, Paul, right. OK, you've got a 60 to beat at the moment. And here we go, £10 each correct answer. If you don't know, please say don't know. This question is about slang and colloquial expressions used in English. We will give you the slang. We want you to give us the meaning. Now, we'll start you with blighty, which means England. So blighty means?
England.
Togs. What are togs?
Clothes.
Jalopy.
Car.
Flicks.
Pictures.
Mufti.
I don't know.
Limey.
Londoner.
Limey is not a Londoner. Limey is an Englishman. And mufti, you didn't know mufti, that's plain clothes or not uniform. But nevertheless, you have got 4, so you've got £40. Very close behind. Well done. OK. £40 they play for, each correct answer next time. Here we have John and Paula Baker from Pocklington, New York.
Yes.
Pocklington, I know that. I pass that quite often. Now, what do you do then, John? What's your job?
I'm a representative for the British Telecommunications.
Telecommunications?
Yes.
That's big stuff. I mean, what exactly do you do there?
Deal with the business side of the telecommunications.
No, not phones or anything like that?
Yes, from phones.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. That Busby, you've really given us a bird with that Busby. Huh? He's the richest bird I know. Do you know, now when he migrates to Africa, he goes by plane. He's so rich. And what about you, Paula? What are you? You're at home all day now?
That's right, with a little baby boy.
How old is he?
He's nearly 3 months.
3 months? Well, he won't be up, but give him a wave in case he's sort of sneaking a few minutes. That's it. What did you used to do when you did work?
I was a teacher, home economics teacher.
Oh, and what's your favourite dish when it comes to cooking?
I just like to throw everything together and see what it turns out like when it comes out of the oven.
My kind of cook, that. OK, let's have your questions, and we've got Fiona Curzon with your questions. Fiona. Now. OK, I've asked everybody, how was your week?
Oh, very busy. Last night I went to a gay 90s party.
Oh.
All the men were gay, all the women 90.
That's fair enough. You will go to those places. Can we have the questions? Thanks, Fiona. All right, John and Paula, good luck to you. Here's your question. It's about popular phrases which come from famous music hall songs. We will give you the beginning of the phrase. We want you to finish it. Now, we'll start you with the boy I love is up in the gallery. So the boy I love is...
Up in the gallery.
My old man said...
Don't know.
Daddy wouldn't buy me a...
Bow wow.
Hold your hand out, you...
Naughty boy.
If you were the only...
Boy in the world.
Daisy, Daisy.
Give me your answer, do.
If you want to know the time.
I don't know.
The daring young man on.
Flying trapeze.
Oh, Mr. Porter.
What shall I do?
Maybe it's because.
I'm a Londoner.
Right, okay. So at the end of your round, the couple you didn't know. If you want to know the time, ask a policeman. My old man said follow the van, but you've got 8 there, so that is £80. Well done. Very close. It's very close indeed. At the end of the first round, we've got couple number 2 here on £40, couple number 1 are on £60. In the lead at the moment, John and Paul are here. Couple number 3, £80. That's it. There we are. All right, Christine and Peter here for £60 each. Correct answer this time. Choose your second round questions, please.
Thank you.
Thank you, Libby. Right, here we are. Don't forget, you get one. Again, we give you one to start with this time. This question is about performers with their signature tunes. We will give you the title of the tune. We want you to give us the performer most closely associated with that tune. Now, My Way, of course, is associated with Frank Sinatra, so that's the one we'll start you with. My Way and...
Frank Sinatra.
Give Me the Moonlight.
Don't know.
If I Ruled the World.
Harry Seacombe.
Leaning on a Lamppost.
Don't know.
Thanks for the Memory.
Don't know.
On Mother Kelly's Doorstep.
Don't know.
Over the Rainbow.
Judy Garland.
Bring Me Sunshine.
Don't know.
Love Is Like a Violin.
Ken Dodd.
Sally. Right out of time, I'm afraid. Yes, we're out of time on Sally, which was Gracie Fields. You got it after the bell. Bring Me Sunshine, of course, was Morecambe and Wise. Now you can think of that. On Mother Kelly's Doorstep, of course, Danny LaRue. Now you know. Thanks for the Memory, of course, the great Bob Hope. And Give Me the Moonlight. Who was it?
Frankie Vaughan.
Frankie Vaughan. Now you know, yes. 2, 3, 4. What have you got at the end of that round? £240. 240. Well done. Okay. Paul and Heather, choose your questions. Thank you, Alison. For £40 for each correct answer. Of course, if you got a maximum this time, 10 fours could be £400. This question is about songs from well-known musicals. We will give you the title of the song. We want you to tell us the musical it came from. We'll start you with Aquarius, which came from hair. So Aquarius and...
Hair.
If I Were a Rich Man.
I don't know.
Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
I don't know.
Food, Glorious Food.
I don't know.
Edelweiss.
Sound of Music.
Nothing Like a Dame.
South Pacific.
Chim Chim Cheree.
Oh, I don't know.
Shall We Dance?
King and I.
And Oh, What a Beautiful Morning.
I don't know.
Oh, What a Beautiful Morning, out of time there. That was, in fact, Oklahoma. Chim Chim Cheree came from Mary Poppins. Food, Glorious Food was Oliver. And If I Were a Rich Man was Fiddler on the Roof. But at the end of that round, you've got £160. Well done. 160 is good. Still good. Thanks, Fiona. Right, we got John and Paula here on £80 for each correct answer. So here is your second round question. It's about the female leads in well-known musicals, well-known musical films. We will give you the name of the film. We want you to give us the name of the actress who played the leading role in that film. Now, Hello, Dolly had Barbara Streisand, so that's the one we'll start you with. Hello, Dolly and...
Barbara Streisand.
West Side Story.
Don't know.
Oklahoma.
Don't know.
The Sound of Music.
Julie Andrews.
The King and I.
Don't know.
Annie, Get Your Gun.
Don't know.
My Fair Lady.
Don't know.
Oliver.
Don't know.
Cabaret.
Don't know.
Guys and Dolls.
Don't know.
Ah, what a shame. Right on time. Well, Guys and Dolls was Gene Simmons. Cabaret was Liza Minnelli. And Oliver was Shani Wallace. My Fair Lady had Audrey Hepburn in the film, of course. Annie, Get Your Gun was Betty Hutton. The King and I was Deborah Carr. Oklahoma, Shirley Jones, same namesake as our researcher lady, lovely lady. And West Side Story was Natalie Wood. So at the end of the second round, you've got £160. Oh. Well. So, yes, at the end of our quiz this week, we've got couple number 2 and couple number 3 here on £160, but the winners of our quiz are couple number 1, £240. Yeah. That means, of course, that couple number one are going to go through with the chance to go for one of our big prizes, but we do need one other couple to go with them, and at the moment we have a tie-break situation between couple number two here, that's Heather and Paul, couple number three, John and Paula. So we have here the tiebreaker situation. I'll take it out of the jacket here. Now, it's the first one to answer correctly. You can ask as many, answer as many times as you wish, but the first one with the correct answer will take his couple through, his partner through. Good luck to all of you. This is about a television personality. We want to know who it is. They were born in December 1922, and he's been broadcasting since 1941. He was educated in Dublin. He's a former All-Ireland amateur junior boxing champion.
Terry Wogan?
No, not Terry Wogan. He'll get in on anything, that fella. Eamon Andrews, absolutely right, Paul. Well done. Yes, he's right. Congratulations. Lovely. Well done. That's it. Well done, Paul. Oh, lovely. You see that, Eamon Andrews? Somebody does love you. However, unfortunately, I have to say goodbye to John and Paula right now, but nevertheless, we've got Karen here with your money, £160. There's your ceramic dusty bin, who takes it well over 200, I can tell you that. Haven't they been a nice couple, folks? Give them a round of applause. Paula? Cheers, John. Good luck. Thanks very much. That's it. Okay. That means we're going away just for a couple of minutes, back after the break with the 3-2-1 video game. See you on 3-2-1. Couple of minutes. Don't go far away. Hard luck. Welcome to part two, ladies and gentlemen, where our remaining couples are about to play our 3-2-1 video game. Here we've got Christine and Paul there from Peter. Yeah, you didn't pull it down quick enough. I didn't see it, did I? Somewhere near Manchester. That's where they're from. And we've got Paul over here and Heather, Bristol. They're about to play it. Good luck to you. As you can see in front of them, they have a screen. At the bottom of the screen, there is a bat, which can be moved from left to right by using this control stick here. The object is to hit the ball against the wall. Every time you do that, you'll score points. If you manage to chip right through the wall, I think you know the points really will build up at an alarming rate, so good luck to you on that one. Whoever gets the most score, of course, will go through to part three to take home a great prize tonight. So who's going to play first, Paul? Me. Paul's going to play first, all right? Okay, then, Peter, you going to play or Christine?
Myself?
Yes, you're going to play? All right, take this, would you? Now, we have a light here in the middle. When that starts to flash, you'll know you're on the last few seconds of the game. So good luck to you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The light is now flashing, the last few seconds of the game. All right, that is it. Would you like to hold it just there? Thanks, Paul. Thank you, Peter. Well, we've had a few tight finishes on this game, believe me. Would you believe Christine and Peter have scored 38, but Paul and Heather have scored 39. Well done. Congratulations. Smashing. Well, it's a very, very difficult game to play that. She's holding his hand, and quite rightly too. One on the tiebreaker, now you're through to part three with a chance to take home something very, very good tonight. We do have to say goodbye to Peter and Christine, but the money you won in the quiz was what?
£240.
£240. Wonderful. There's your ceramic dusty bin. Your leather photo frame. Photograph has been taken of you, of course. And for you, we have a new video game that you can take home and play, and maybe you'll score just a few more than 38. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter and Christine. Cheers, Peter. Good luck. Thanks very much. Well, okay, Paul and Heather, now you've got a chance to go for the real big prizes. You know, we've got 5 items to show you. We've got 5 prizes, 4 terrific ones, of course, and the booby. remember Dusty Bin. If you win him, that's all you take home, a brand new dustbin. Could you do with one?
Yes, very much.
Oh, good. Well, let's hope you don't get one tonight, but you never know your luck. Anyway, at the end of each one of our items, one of the characters will come to our table, bring you a clue object, read you a rhyme, which will definitely be a clue. When you've got 3 of the clues on the table, I'll ask you to reject 1. When you've rejected 4, the one that remains will determine the prize you're going to take home with you tonight, all right? Good luck. So it's on with our show, and our very first artist on our special variety bill is an entertainer par excellence. Wherever he appears, he stops the show, and we're just glad he stopped off on our show for a while. Here with an intriguing number all about Red Riding Hood, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Danny LaRue.
When we were young, but old enough for us to understand, we all believed in fairies and the folks of fairyland. But the modern child's been running wild. They want to know too much. They've never understood about Red Riding Hood. How could Red Riding Hood have been so very good and still kept the wolf from the door? Father and mother, she had none. So where in the world did the money come from? And now I ask it, who filled her basket? The storybooks, they never did tell. They say she found a wolf in her granny's bed, an old sunbonnet pulled over his head. But you know and I know what she found instead. How could Red Riding Hood have been so very, very good and still kept the wolf from the door? They say that she was a maid most discreet. She never picked up strange men on the street. But you know and I know what girls do to eat. How could Red Riding Hood have been so very, very good and still kept the wolf from the door? She was the nicest of all the nice girls. She had a head full of lovely blonde curls. But you know and I know what girls do for pearls. How could Red Riding Hood have been so very, very good and still kept the wolf from the door? And still kept that wolf from the door. Big bad wolf. Yeah.
Wow. Fiona, you brought in a clue object from Danny, have you? Because Danny will be back with us a little later on. What are you leaving?
This is a ring from Danny LaRue.
Ah, so the ring?
Diamond ring.
Diamond ring is the clue. And what does the rhyme say, Fiona?
Wow, it'll be a surprise if you don't eject it. It's no good having a flutter, because this one will eject it. Reject it.
Ah. Okay, well, thank you very much anyway. Fiona Curzon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Fiona. Last few lines, yes. It's no good having a flutter, because this one will reject it. Well, have you any idea what that could be?
Well, betting or...
Betting? Or...
Flutter, birds, I suppose.
Yes, well, we could give you a bird, yes.
Yes.
I've been given one many times, I have.
Flying somewhere, perhaps?
Yeah, flying somewhere, right, okay.
Helpful.
Ejected.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't eject you. If we sent you away in a plane, we wouldn't eject you. However, let's have another item, then you can start thinking about that. It's time for another artist to take a bow. Although this act is a group in himself, he's got a couple of very polite partners. They never speak unless they're spoken to, and you'll see what I mean when we sample the talent of Paul Levent and Sid and Gladys Winkle.
Hello, all right, girls. Yeah, nice to see you. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Glad.
Nice to see you, love.
Yes. I see you got Sid with you.
Yes, look at the state of him. Stick her, I can't. The sight of her.
Evening, Sid.
What? He's talking to you. Shut your face.
You're looking very smart.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm missing it, you know.
You're missing what?
The regimental reunion. There's only a few of us left, you know. He's an old contemptible, he is. I ain't old, now that you're contemptible. Stay to it. You didn't laugh when I was fighting for you. Oh, because we got married during the war, you know, Mr. Levent, yes. You had to take what you could get in them days. Sticker. Things were very short then. And still are, according to you. I don't think I've ever told you this, Mr. Levent, but we got married 7 days after we met, we did.
Sort of a whirlwind marriage.
Yes, I was in a whirl, he had the wind. Side of her. Yes, then he had to go away, of course, yes. 3 years I was gone. They were the happiest days of my life, You cried when I left. Well, you never kissed me. You never kept your mouth shut long enough, did you? Right, that does it. What are you talking about? I'm going to tell him about our wedding night. Oh, blimey, I'm going.
What happened?
Well, he was in such a state. He was so excited because we only had one night, you see. He ran straight up the stairs into the bedroom. Well, he couldn't wait to get undressed. He'd had a few and he fainted. He was stark naked.
What did you do?
I stuck his head between his legs. He shot 7 foot in the air and screamed. He was still smoking his cigar.
And well done, Gladys.
That's cold. I like you. I'm one of your biggest fans, I am.
Oh, thank you very much, Gladys.
Yes. I wouldn't mind seeing that teddy bear. He's nice, isn't he?
Oh, that's good, yeah. How long have you been married to that old man of yours?
30 years.
30 years. Does it seem like it?
Oh, seems like much longer than that, it does, yes.
Anyway, it's nice to have you. Paul, what are you going to leave then as the clue? What's your clue?
Nothing. We're leaving nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing is the clue?
No, nothing.
But you have a rhyme, do you, Gladys?
Yes, we've got a rhyme.
He's going to say, but I can't.
Yes, and the clue is, there's nothing on the table, so what on earth is it? The man with a hammer could tell you if anyone's paying a visit.
Now, Paul, Heather, what do you think? Oh.
Yes.
Really? Well, good. It's nice to see them thinking about it this early. Good. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Levent and Gladys. Thank you. Good. Bye, Paul. Thank you, Gladys. Now, so, well, we've got a couple on the table, and already you're thinking about it. You think that could be an auction of some description, do you? And you thought that was something to do with birds and planes and fluttering? Well,
racing.
You'll have a chance to hear that again. It's entirely up to you what you want to hear. We'll carry on and have our next item. You know, in a variety theatre, the double act is an essential part of any bill. And the list of the great comedy doubles, well, it's endless. I'd need double the time to tell you who they are, but 321 would now like to make its special contribution to our double acts. And our two, for the price of fun, are called Maxie and Min.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Oh, you can do better than that. Good evening. Good evening. That's better. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to you about reincarnation.
Hey!
Hello.
What's going on behind that curtain?
There's nothing going on behind that curtain.
There's nothing going on in front of it either.
How dare you? I didn't come here to be insulted.
No? Where do you normally go?
Reincarnation, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. What is it, sir? What is it?
Let me ask you this. Are you superstitious?
Superstitious? No. Why?
Loan's 13 quid.
Reincarnation, ladies and gentlemen.
What is this reincarnation?
Reincarnation is when you die.
Yeah?
And you know the feeling well.
Yes, indeed.
When you die, You come back as something else.
Something else?
Something else. And most important of all, you cannot come back as the same thing twice.
I see.
Right. If you were to die, what would you like to come
If
back?
I was to die tomorrow, I'd come back as a herbaceous border.
A herbaceous border?
Yes. And I'm growing in this lovely lady's garden. And every morning she comes down with a little silver watering can and she waters me.
What's the matter?
The water's cold. One morning she comes down with a little pair of silver scissors and, grasping me by the stem, she snips me and pins me to her bosom.
She pins you to her bosom?
I've been snipped and pinned.
Snipped and pinned?
Yes. At night, she takes me to her boudoir, where she wears her negligee, and places me in a glass of water on top of the whatnot.
What's a whatnot?
Where she keeps her knickknacks.
Then what?
In the morning, she comes to get me and discovers that in the night, I have wilted and wibblered.
Wilted and wibblered?
Wilted and wibblered.
You mean wilted and withered?
That's what I said, wilted and wibblered.
Then what?
There with a glass of water, opens the window and throws me. The music has come up. Throws me through the window, where I'm eaten by a passing jackass.
Oh, I see where all this is leading. I'm the passing jackass, am I?
I thought you said at the start you couldn't come back as the same thing twice.
Variety was dead. Now then, Michael, what are you going to leave then as the
here, this hanky.
A hanky? A hole in one.
A hole in one.
That's going to be the clue, the handkerchief.
And the
you have a rhyme?
Is here. Here's the rhyme. Now, you'll be well on the road to success. Now, you've heard from Maxie and Min. We always want to drive it away, but we couldn't make it rhyme.
There's a clever one for you.
They understand that in Ballygo backwards.
Wherever that is. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Newman.
Thanks very much,
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks very much.
Good day. Paul and Heather, we now have 3 on the table. We've got to think about rejecting one, and whatever it's going to be, I'm going to take you up onto the stage to see exactly what it is that you are rejecting. Now, Mike's just brought that in. I can read the first one, which was brought in on behalf of Danny by Fiona, of course. This one was brought in by Paul Levent. Which one would you like to hear out of these 2 again?
Oh, the fluttering
one,
I think.
The fluttering one, which was what? Was that the first one, was it? Yes, the ring. OK, Fiona said, wow, it'll be a surprise if you don't eject it. It's no good having a flutter, because this one will reject it.
Well, you choose.
I think we reject that.
You're going to reject that one? Well, change your mind. Change your mind. Paul's right, Heather, if you want to change your mind.
No, go on. Go on.
You sure about
yes.
that? You sure? OK, you're going to reject the ring brought in by Fiona for Danny. Wow, it'll be a surprise if you don't eject it. It's no good having a flutter, because this one will reject it. Now what?
Something to do with flying.
Something to do with flying. Well, it's no good having a flutter. That's the thing I think you were hinging on there. Could this be a day at the races, as you suggested, or a racehorse indeed? Well, neither wow nor flutter will bother you. Eh?
Hi-fi.
Ah, got it, because you've rejected this superb Dynatron sound system together with 100 long-playing records of your choice. Look at this. Come with me, Heather. Come with me, Paul. Oh, yes. Stand just there, could you? There you are. You got it just a little later on, but it is superb. As you can see, it's in a fantastic finish. The speakers, the eject it. That's the thing that probably got you. Of course, you can eject the tape from there. There's the tape deck. Of course, there's the record deck. 100 LPs of your choice. That's what you've turned. What would you have chosen if you'd have won this? What kind of music?
All kinds. I should think with 100.
Well, you'd have had enough to think about it. It's a terrific prize. I'm sure you'll agree. We're going away just for a couple of minutes. We'll be back after the break. 3, 2, 1. See you then. The bin's still here. Remember that. And you. Welcome to part 3, ladies and gentlemen, where Paul and Heather, of course, from Bristol, have just rejected a fabulous Dynatron hi-fi outfit with more than 100 LPs of their own choice. We're going on with our show, our theme of music hall, our show within a show. You know, throughout the ages, music hall has presented all kinds of animal acts. There's been dogs, chimps, sea lions. And our next act, we're reversing a well-known variety situation by giving the audience the bird. Don't blame me, blame Bernie Clifton.
Thank you. Oh, easy. Oh, easy now. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, forward. No. Forward. Easy. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Alex. Sorry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I must apologise for all this behaviour. See, it's the mating season. Now, this mating season only comes round once every 4 years. Stop it. Now, behave. And when it arrives, it only lasts for 90 minutes. Now, we've only got a minute and a half left. Easy. And there's no female ostriches of this type in the area. But he's not fussy. Anything that's female will do. Oh, this looks promising. Yes, he's seen something. This is a moment you'll remember for the rest of your life. What's your name, please? Libby. Okay, Libby, it looks promising. He's picked you as his mate. He's taking a run at it. This is no time to complain of a headache, Libby. And Libby, to impress you, he will now do his fertility right dance. Oh, Libby! Libby! Oh, yes! Hey! Now, Libby, if you do well in this next bit, you'll be on survival next month. Would you just like to return the affection and gently stroke his beak, Libby? Would you? Oh, gently, Libby. That's it. Now, just gently stroke his beak. That's it. Wonderful. Oh. Get your head out. I bet you see some funny sights in your job, don't you? I'm sorry. Libby is obviously far too passionate for this poor innocent bird. Get your head out. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put him back in his cage because the millet's come. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Libby.
Hang on. Yes. Wait a minute. Now, Bernie, let's get one thing. Is this an ostrich?
No, it's not an ostrich, said it. It's a goose.
Oh, that cleared my head, I can tell you that.
Behave now. Sit, Walkie, sit. It's no good either.
Now, Bernie, what are you leaving as the clue?
Well, I've got this ostrich feather here, Ted.
The ostrich feather?
And, sorry.
That's the clue.
And I've also got this, perm.
This rhyme, yeah.
I've got this perm, and it says...
It says time step.
It says, you could be in seventh heaven. If this is the prize you win, you'll get a part of an ostrich, and the rest of it is tin.
Ah, now, Paul.
Hasn't it gone quiet?
Hasn't it, though? Well, we're going to think about that, but we're going to thank, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bernie Clifton.
Thank you very much. Hey, now.
Now. Well, does that mean anything to you at all? Can you imagine what that might be?
Well, I can't imagine them giving away tinned food.
No, sounded a bit like the Queen Mary, didn't it? But what about these two here? You can hear the handkerchief again, which was brought in by Mike Newman, or, of course, Paul Levent brought in absolutely nothing. That's Paul's.
What do you think, the hanky?
Yeah. You'd like to hear the hanky? Yes, okay. Mike Newman said. He said, you'll be well on the road to success, and now you've heard from Maxie and Min. We always want to drive it away, but we couldn't make it rhyme.
I think it's a bin.
Oh, dear.
I think they want to get rid of it, but they're saying it won't rhyme with min.
Yes.
There you are.
Oh, well, that's good. Nothing can be fairer than that. What do you reckon, Paul?
Reject
Whatever.
it.
You're going to reject it?
Yes.
All right, if it goes wrong, it's down to you. You do realise. You going to reject this?
Yes.
Right, OK. Mike Newman brought in the hanky and said, you'll be well on the road to success. Now, you heard from Maxie and Min. We always want to drive it away, but we couldn't make it rhyme. Well on the road to success. We always want to drive it away. And, of course, you've mentioned the references to Maxie and Min. Was this enough to make you think of a car? Not really. As you know, we don't always have a car on this show, but there is one prize that we always have when we're trying to drive him your way. Dusty Bin, yeah! OK, you're absolutely spot on, Heather. You're quite pleased with yourselves now, aren't you?
Well, yes. I wouldn't have minded a souvenir of him, though, just to take away.
It's absolutely amazing how everybody loves him once they've given him the big E. But as far as you and Paul are concerned, you're delighted he's been rejected, so that's got to go. We have one more item left. So start to look now for our show business finale. We're finishing, as we started, by featuring more of the versatile Mr. Danny LaRue. Now, here's Danny singing a great song he's become associated with, Mother Kelly's Doorstep.
I've just been lingering all alone down Paradise Row. Now, when I was a kiddie, I'd a sweetheart, and down there we would go. I'd call her Nellie, and she'd call me Joe, and we would romp there, hand in hand. Then we'd both sit down on a doorstep there, and we'd picture the future grand on Mother Kelly's doorstep. Down Paradise Row, I'd sit along Nellie, she'd sit along Joe. She's got a little hole in a frock, a hole in a shoe, a hole in a stocking where her toe peeped through. But Nellie was the smartest down our alley. On Mother Kelly's doorstep, I'm wondering now if my little girl Nellie remembers Joe. And does she love me like she used to on Mother Kelly's doorstep down Paradise Row?
Danny. Hey. Terrific, Danny.
Thank you very much.
How about that? Incredible. It's better than any prize we've got on offer tonight.
There. I'm bigger.
Well, I didn't mean that. I meant the dress. But, Danny, congratulations. Thank you for being here. I mean, you were at the Hippodrome, Bristol, and I believe that the advance was sort of advanced two or three times before you opened.
Yes, that's right. The run was extended 3 times.
Isn't that incredible?
And it's lovely in these days when people are thinking theatre's dead. It's very much alive.
Well, it's all down to people. It's down to people like Danny LaRue. Yes.
It's lovely.
Right. And what's the clue, Danny?
My clue is my card.
The card, the placard, Mr. Danny LaRue, that is going to be his clue. And would you have a rhyme, please?
Indeed, I have a rhyme. Near Mother Kelly's doorstep, this is not the prize you'll find, but you'll see plenty in my street, so just make up your mind.
Now then, Heather, she's been red hot so far, Danny, tonight. Any idea what that could be?
Milk, but...
Milk?
On Danny...
Well, he's not on a milk round, you realise.
On the doorstep, on the doorstep.
Well, we'll think about that, and in the meantime, we're going to say thank you and congratulations, Mr. Danny LaRue. Thank you, Danny.
Very much.
Bless you, Danny. Here we are. You think that's got something to do with milk. I can read you again the ostrich feather brought in by Bernie Clifton, or else Paul Levent brought nothing in. Which of these two would you like to hear?
That one again.
You want to hear it again? The ostrich feather? He's had thoughts on it. You could be in 7th heaven if this is the prize you win. You'll get a part of an ostrich, and the rest of it is tin. So what thoughts have you had, Paul, on that?
Austin. Part of an ostrich's arse.
Yes.
7.
We can't lose, really, can we? Because we got rid of Dusty.
No, you've got rid of Dusty Bin, so you're going to go home with a good prize. That we do know. You're having good thoughts, and that's what I like.
That was... You see plenty in the street, which could also be a car, but of course it might not be a car.
No, we're very, very devious, aren't we?
Obsessed, you see.
Obsessed with cars.
That, I'm sure, is some kind of option.
Okay, well, we'll reject that one, shall we? Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are the audience in agreement with that? Oh, good. Oh, great.
Say yes.
I'm so glad you're all together tonight. That's good. So you're rejecting nothing left by Paul Levent. He said, there's nothing on the table, so what on earth is it? The man with the hammer could tell you if anyone's paying a visit. So what did you think this was earlier on?
Auction.
Something to do with auction, you said, didn't you?
On the table.
All right. Let's see what it is.
There's nothing on the table.
Well, who is the man with the hammer? Of course, that could be auction, yes. Well, our theme is musical, so it could be chairman.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing on the table because that's what you've won. Not nothing. The table, but not my table. No, you've rejected this beautiful Victorian marquetry dining table and 4 matching chairs. Look at this. How's that? Yes. Yes, you're right, Heather. You're absolutely right, Heather. That is, in fact, lovely. It's a gorgeous antique table and chairs. Do you like antiques at home?
Well, it's beautiful.
Yes, you could have done with them at home. Who wouldn't, indeed? They are absolutely gorgeous. But you weren't far off with the auction thing, because that's the kind of thing you could, in fact, go to an auction and bid for, but it's been turned down. I must give you your credit. You've been terrific tonight. You've really been working on these clues. This was brought in by Danny. Danny said, near Mother Kelly's doorstep, this is not the prize you'll find, but you'll see plenty in my street, so just make up your mind.
Oh.
Had a few cars buzzing around out there. This one was brought in by Bernie Clifton and said, you could be in 7th heaven if this is the prize you win. You get a part of an ostrich, and the rest of it is tin.
No, you won the tiebreaker, so we've got... I'll go by him.
I'll keep that one.
Yeah,
Sorry?
you throw that
I'll
one
keep
in.
that one.
You
reject that one.
Paul wants to keep that,
Yeah,
is that
I
right,
think
and reject
so.
that? What would you like to do, Heather?
Yes, I think I'll go by Paul.
You will?
I don't very often, but I'm going to.
So nice that ladies own up now and again.
No.
Okay, you're going to reject Danny's card, are you?
Yeah.
All right, you're rejecting Danny LaRue's placard. Danny said, near Mother Kelly's doorstep. She's saying, this is not the prize you'll find, but you'll see plenty in my street, so just make up your mind. No idea what it could be?
No, nothing at all.
No idea, Paul, huh? Well, you won't find this near Mother Kelly's doorstep, but you'll see plenty in Danish Street. Well, it couldn't be the bin on the car, or could it be? Well, what is Danish Street? What street in French? La Rue. And that's what you have rejected here, a fortnight's holiday in the marvellous city of Paris. Look at this. Look at this, Heather. Come along. Here we are. We've got the Eiffel Tower there, the fabulous Eiffel Tower. You'd have seen the lot in Paris. From the Eiffel Tower, you'd have gone, of course, to the marvellous Notre Dame and the Sacré-Cœur. You'd examined all the beautiful art treasures of the Louvre. You could wander around the city enjoying the marvellous atmosphere of its busy streets and savouring the wares of the marvellous cafes and bistros. Your trip would have taken you there for 2 weeks. You'd have gone to all the fabulous night spots in Paris, the famous Moulin Rouge, the Lido, Folies Bergère, and many others. So a whole fortnight in Paris has been rejected. You've turned it down and it's gone. Oh, dear. Would you like to have gone there?
Yes, yes.
However, this is the prize you're going to take home with you tonight. You're stuck with this, an ostrich feather left by Bernie. You could be in 7th heaven. If this is the prize you win, you'll get part of an ostrich, and the rest of it is tin. So, 7th heaven, well, that sounds as though it's a good prize, but what part of an ostrich? That's what you were on to. And the rest of it is tin. Well, it can't be the bin, of course. That's gone. Well, OK, if you take part of ostrich, you've got ost. I can't get it out. Add it to tin. You're absolutely right. Wait a minute. It's an immaculate 1928 Austin 7 convertible. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, dear. Look at this. Come here, Heather. Come along, Paul. Stand just there. Stand right there and have a very good look. There we are. Karen is here again with this fabulous prize. What sort of car? Do you have a good car at home?
Pretty old. Pretty old.
Well, pretty old car. Well, I've got news. You've got another old car, but what a fabulous car. Are you into antique cars?
Not really.
Not really, but you're going to be now. Fabulous 1928 Austin 7. Thrilled to bits. They've been a delightful couple, ladies and gentlemen. They've worked out virtually every clue tonight. I hope they're going to be like this next week. I'm sure they are, because Shirley Jones always gets us such lovely people. Heather, congratulations. Paul, congratulations. I'll tell you what, Heather, come round here. Would you like to get in, please? There we are. Take care, that's all right. Yes, of course they have. Thank you very much, Fiona. There's their quiz money. How much did you win in the quiz?
Oh, I don't know.
She's forgotten. She's forgotten she won 160. Thank you very much. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, see you next week. Have a good time. 3, 2, 1. Good night, everyone.